Hi folks, welcome back to the Tactics Zone and another derby to break down as we look for the why as well as the what behind Hibernian's 1-0 win over Hearts. With new Hearts interim boss Stevie Naismith in the technical area, there were a few changes to how the visitors approached this game, but not enough to make a difference against the Hibs team who saw them coming. Lee Johnson's men made great use of Yuan's pace and direct running from the outset, and found Hearts had no real answer to one of the most obvious threats in the Easter Road armoury, which is a little surprising. Yuan found himself in behind the Hearts backline time and again on Saturday. Hibs also had a pretty decent plan for containing Hearts. So look here, Toby Sibbick would ideally like to find either Cammy Devlin or Andy Halliday from this position, but 4 Hibs players acting as a screen force the centre half to go long. The ball is lost and it comes right back at others. Now slightly oddly, Hibs almost seemed to completely ignore Barry Mackay on the left wing for Hearts, just letting him have all the space he wanted. Was that a vote of confidence in CJ Egan-Riley's one-on-one abilities? It worked, so who's to question it? Hearts did fare a little better on the left when they just overloaded the area. You can see here they got 4 guys up there. But they still didn't carry much punch in the penalty box. Hibs, by contrast, were electric on the counter all day, but they missed a few. I mean, a better pass from Nisbet here would have seen them surely take the lead before half-time. He hits it behind Yuan and the chance is lost. But you look at this, the home side effectively have a 4-on-2 in this situation. That has to be alarming for Naismith when he watches this game back. Now Nisbet was the standout performer on the day, either holding the ball up, pinning defenders, or just running in behind for a pass from Joe Newell, as we saw here. The former and future, possibly, Scotland striker took his goal well. Nathaniel Atkinson just gets punished for ball watching when he should have been following Nisbet here. So the ball corner gets swept to Handler at the back post. Atkinson gets drawn towards it, leaves Nisbet free, and the rest is geography. Nisbet wasn't the only outball for Hibs, of course. Ewan continued to be a menace. But his inability to find a teammate really lets the wide man down. How did he not turn this into a golden chance? Now, Hearts have their issues. Naismith spoke after the game about his team being fine in getting the ball into the final third, then seeming to run out of impetus once they got there. And he has a point. I mean, look at this shot and you'll see Lawrence Shanklin's got the ball, he's well supported by teammates, among them George Grant, who's demanding the ball in a good area, and you think, oh right, he's going to play this into him, a little 1-2, something, get into that space behind the Hibs defence. But once Grant gets on the ball, everything slows down, he kind of turns around, does a pirouette, and then he plays a square pass to Halliday. The Hibs defence were delighted to see Hearts playing in front of them all day, to be honest. In conclusion then, well, this was as one-sided a 1-0 as you might see all season. It's a big win for Johnson as well as Hibs, and a reminder to Hearts fans that getting rid of Robbie Neilson hasn't solved all of their problems at a single stroke. Hope you've enjoyed this. Feel free to pile on Twitter and tell me where I went wrong at Johnny the Greek, and keep clicking on Record Online Sport for top football coverage.